Welcome guys. I've been asked to work out this question from a past paper. So this video is an attempt to explain to you clearly how to do this question. So let's go. The question is on the screen there, so let us read it. The diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows two straight wires, LJ and NK, supporting a vertical pole MJ. Element is a straight line on the horizontal plane. Angle JML equal 90 degrees. Angle KNM equal 30 degrees. LJ equal 13 meters. LM equal 5 meters. And KN equal 10 meters. So firstly, we need to find MK. Now MK is a part of this triangle here. So it's one side of this triangle. We've marked there. Alright, so that's MK. And this triangle is a right angle triangle, as you can see clearly. Let's try putting in that right angle. There we go. So facing the right angle is the side we call the hypotenuse, and we're just going to put a H for hypotenuse there. Alright, so the hypotenuse is 10 meters in length. Then the side that is directly facing the given angle, which is 30 degrees, is MK, and it is opposite to that 30 degree angle. Right, so we put a O there for opposite. And connecting MK and the line KN, the hypotenuse, we have MN, and that is the adjacent side of the triangle. Alright, so to find the opposite side, MK, we'll have to use one of our trig ratios. And a nice little mnemonic to help you remember the trig ratios are SO, Ka, Toa. And we'll have to choose one of these that we'll be using. Well, we know what the hypotenuse is, that's 10 meters, and we are trying to find the opposite. So we would choose this one. Sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. So our angle here is 30 degrees, so we put 30 degrees in place of theta there. Right, so we have 30 degrees. And our opposite side is our unknown, and that is KM. Our MK, we don't know what MK is. That is our opposite side, so we put the MK there. MK is over the hypotenuse, which is 10 meters. Right, so that is it. Now, in order to find what MK is, we have to get rid of this 10 here that is dividing MK. So what we'll do is to do the opposite. We have 10 dividing MK, so we're going to multiply that by 10. So we'll have MK over 10 times 10 over 1. And what we do to one side, because we're multiplying this side by 10, we'll have to do the same to the other side. So we'll multiply sine 30 by 10 as well. Having some problems with my pen here, just apologize for that. So we have 10 times sine 30. Let me try rewriting that so I can have some more space. That's 10 times sine 30 degrees. Great. Now this 10 here will cancel this 10. So what we'll be left with is mk equals sine 30 degrees times 10. Now sine 30 degrees is 0.5. Multiply that by 10 and we get 5. So we found the length of mk. We've completed the first part of our problem. mk is 5 meters. Now we need to find the length of jk. Alright, so jk is this line right here. I'll mark it with green. So that's jk there. And it is a part of a longer line, which is mj. So that long line there, mj. Now, how can we find jk? Well, if we subtract mk, which is marked in red, from mj, that longer line, we'll be left with jk. So we'd have to find what mj is. We already know what mk is, so now we need to find, we already know what mk is right here. So we need to find mj, this longer line here, and then when we subtract mk from mj, we'll be left with jk. Alright, this portion right here. Excellent. So let us do that. Now we're going to find out what is the length of mj. So I'm going to erase all this. So we can find mj. mj is a part of this right angle triangle here. See? So mj is a part of it. Now we have the value of two sides, the length of two sides. The length of the hypotenuse is 13 meters. And the length of the adjacent side here is 5 meters. Right, the length of the other side is 5 meters. The length of the hypotenuse is 13 meters. So we need to find what mj is. Now we use Pythagoras theorem for that. Pythagoras theorem states that c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Alright. C squared in this case is the hypotenuse. Well, c squared is the hypotenuse and it's 13. The hypotenuse is 13 meters, so we'll say 13 squared is equal to a squared, which is 5 meters, so we'll say 5 squared plus b squared. B squared is the side we want to find right now. That's mj, so we'll say plus mj squared. Alright, so we're going to work out 13 squared, and that gives us 13 times 13 is 169, which is equal to 5 squared. 5 times 5 is 25 plus mj squared. So now we want to find what mj squared is, so we'll carry over the 25 and it will become negative, so we'll have to subtract it from the 169 there. So 169 minus 25 is equal to mj squared. So mj squared is equal to 169 minus 25, which is equal to 144. So mj is equal to the square root of 144. And the square root of 144 is 12. 12 times 12 is 144. So mj is equal to 12 meters. Alright, good. So now we know what mj is. We're almost at the end of the problem. So mj equals 12 meters. So let's erase this. So we can have some space. So let's write that down. mj is equal to 12 meters. As I had explained to you before, mj is all of this line right here, and we're going to take mk from it, which is this line here, so we'll be left with jk. Alright, so jk is equal to mj minus mk. Now mj is equal to 12 meters, as we found here, and mk is equal to 5 meters. So 12 minus 5 is 7. So jk is actually equal to 7 meters. Right? So we've found the answers for both questions that we were asked to. mk equals 5 meters, jk equals 7 meters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope everything was cleared, and now you have a good understanding of how to answer this question. Thanks for watching.